The phone vibrated once on the glass table. I didn't rush to answer it. Mom was humming behind me, folding laundry with that slow, careful rhythm she used when she was tired but pretending not to be. The ceiling fan clicked. The room smelled like detergent and old books. Then the screen lit up. My brother. I picked up on the third ring. His voice was steady, almost bored. Mom died last night. The funeral is Friday. She left everything to me. You get nothing. Silence stretched between us. He waited for the crack. The sob, the begging. I looked at the reflection in the dark phone screen and smiled. Because Mom was standing right next to me, holding one of my shirts against her chest. Alive, breathing, watching me with a calm that felt older than fear. I understand, I said softly. He exhaled, satisfied, and hung up. Mom didn't ask who it was. She already knew. Her eyes moved to the phone like it was a loaded weapon. That was the moment something finally settled inside me. Not grief, not anger, clarity. My brother had always rehearsed for inheritance, like it was a role he'd been promised at birth. Oldest son, favorite, the one who handled things. I was the quiet one. The background, the mistake that learned early how to disappear. Mom had warned me years ago, not with words, with pauses, with documents she hid in books, with the way she never let him drive her anywhere alone. There were gaps in his stories. Years that didn't line up, money that vanished, papers he claimed were taken care of but never showed. And now he'd killed her off with a sentence. I watched Mom's hands shake as she folded the shirt. Rage tried to rise in me, hot and messy, but I crushed it down. Rage makes noise. Noise gets you caught. He thinks you're gone, I said. Mom nodded once. Good. That night I didn't sleep. I listened to her breathing, to my own thoughts grinding against each other. Betrayal isn't loud when it arrives. It's surgical, precise, like a blade slid between ribs you didn't know were exposed. By morning, I was already moving. I didn't confront him. I never do what he expects. I pulled bank records first. Years of transfers from Mom's accounts into shell companies that traced back to him. I pulled hospital files he never knew existed, forms he'd forged, signatures that weren't phone records, burner numbers, a lawyer he paid in cash. I watched him from a distance, at work, at home, practicing grief in mirrors, buying a black suit 2 sizes too expensive, posting vague condolences online before the obituary even existed. I stayed calm. I cooked for Mom. I drove her to a friend's house 2 towns over, somewhere safe, somewhere quiet. Inside, the storm sharpened. Every lie he told stacked neatly in my head. I didn't interrupt them. I cataloged them. The truth doesn't need to rush. It always catches up. The final confirmation arrived on a Tuesday afternoon. A registered letter. Certified copies of Mom's updated will. Dated 6 months ago. Witnessed. Filed. Everything. Every account, every property was already locked away. Not to me. To a trust. One that excluded him entirely. I drove to his office as the sun dipped low, the city turning the color of rust. He smiled when he saw me, already imagining tears. I handed him the envelope. What's this? He asked. Proof, I said. He laughed until he opened it. The color drained from his face in stages. Denial, confusion, panic. She's dead, he whispered. She has to be. I leaned closer. You should have checked. He looked up at me, eyes wet, searching for mercy like it was something I still carried. I didn't blink. The funeral was Friday. An empty casket. A crowd he curated. Speeches he practiced. I sat in the back. When the priest finished, I stood. There's something you should all know, I said, my voice even. My brother committed fraud. Identity theft. Attempted murder of a reputation. Murmurs, gasps. I turned to him. And Mom? The doors opened. She walked in slowly, alive and undeniable. His knees buckled. The sound he made wasn't grief. It was exposure. Mom didn't look at him. Neither did I. Later, when it was over, I didn't stay to watch him unravel. I drove away with the windows down, the night air cold against my skin. Betrayal had taught me something simple. You don't scream when someone tries to erase you. You let them finish writing the lie. Then you show the world the truth, and walk away while it burns behind you.